Hello everyone, my name is Jana and I am back with another video for you today. Today's video is going to be my March wrap-up and my April TBR. So in the month of March, I read a total of 5.5 books or so, and I've started a couple other books. You know, it happens. I haven't really read much in the last week or so that's why the number's kind of low compared to the last 2 months. But overall, I'm really excited with having read 5 books in the month of March because, as I've mentioned before, the last so many years I really haven't been able to read that much, and the fact that I am already 20 books into the year and last year I read a total of 30 is really exciting. The first book that I finished in March was The Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket. This is the second book of the series of Unfortunate Events series, and I'm really loving this series. Again, I've read the first 3 books before, like in grade school, and I never actually finished out the series. So throughout this year, I am working on finishing through the series and hopefully getting them done. There's 13 books in the series, and it's possible a book a month and then some, which it's month 3 and this is book 2, so I'm a little bit behind in doing it a book a month, but that's okay. They're really short and really quick reads, so I know I can catch up soon. The second book that I finished in the month of March is The Boundless by Kenneth Opel. I read this book on audiobook and I absolutely loved the audiobook. The Boundless is a train, and the story revolves around a boy who witnesses a murder and then gets stuck on the train with the murderer and has to hide and figure out all these things. And basically it's his journey from the end of the train to get up to where his father is without being caught by the bad guys. And it was just an incredible story and I really loved it. I did give it a 5 out of 5 on Goodreads, and I do highly recommend listening to this book on audiobook because the audiobook was just amazing. All of the voices with all the characters and just the way that it was read was just really gripping and was just awesome. So I really enjoyed that audiobook and would definitely recommend listening to it on audiobook. Another book that I read in the month of March was The City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. Basically, March is kind of a catch-up month for me. I've read 2.5-ish books that I have been wanting to read for quite a while now, and I really don't know why I haven't picked these books up before, but at the same time I kind of do. It's a tricky situation, but I've had this book since I was in high school and I've finally picked it up. I wasn't overly thrilled with it. It was okay. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the story. I was just kind of really annoyed with the characters and I don't know. There was a lot with it that I was annoyed about, but I was told to give it through book 3 to really make up my mind about the series, so that is what I'm going to do. I will go ahead and read books 2 and 3, and if I'm not completely hooked by then, I'm probably not going to finish out the series, which I know, it's a huge series on book 2, but so far I'm just kind of meh about it. Half the time I couldn't tell if I was enjoying the book or if I was just too annoyed by it, and it's just, I don't know, there's just issues that I had with this book. Another book that I read in the month of March was We Should Hang Out Sometime by Josh Sundquist. We Should Hang Out Sometime is the story of Josh realizing at the age of 25 that he has never actually had a girlfriend. He goes through and gets in touch with all of the girls that he had potential relationships with to try and find out if there is a specific reason to why he had never had a girlfriend. This book was incredible. I gave it a 5 out of 5 on Goodreads, and I do have a full review up of this. I will link it on the screen and I will also link it down below, so be sure to go check that out. It was an incredible book and I definitely would recommend it. And the 5th and 5.5 books that I have read this month are Divergent by Veronica Roth and Insurgent by Veronica Roth. Like City of Bones, I've been procrastinating on reading these. There are reasons I didn't really think that I would be into this series. Boy, was I wrong. I read Divergent and I absolutely loved it. This story was just really gripping and it was really easy to read and I just absolutely loved the story. Don't know why it took me so long to pick it up. I don't know. While I did love the book, there were parts of it that I was just kind of like, no. There's just, I don't know, there were some parts of it that were too similar to the Hunger Games for me, so that is why I did give it a 4.5 instead of a full 5. And the half book is obviously Insurgent. I have not finished this yet, which you can't, there it is. I have not finished this yet, but I do plan on finishing it soon, so I am going to consider this a March read and not an April read, because hopefully I will finish it this week. And that is all for my March wrap-up. Now, if you've seen my March TBR video, you know that I had quite a list on my March TBR. Most of those obviously didn't happen. Specifically, the buddy read that I was doing with Brianna from Bumblebee Bookworm. I have started An Abundance of Catherines. I'm only like 2 pages in. So I'm hoping to get that done first thing in April. I would have gotten it done, but this past week and a half has just been crazy and I haven't really felt like reading. I've had the time to read, I just haven't wanted to. Instead, I've been playing Pokemon, which is a totally fine thing to do with my time. So that is why I haven't really been reading much and why I haven't finished my buddy read with Brianna, but we kind of agreed to push the buddy read into April. So hopefully the first thing that I finish in April will be An Abundance of Catherines. That being said, I'm doing something a little different with my April TBR. Instead of giving myself a set TBR, I'm just going to work on getting my currently reading into the single digits. If you look at my Goodreads page, I'm currently reading 12 books, I believe. Yeah, I have a problem with starting books and then picking a different book up, because it's just what I do. So that is going to be my goal for April. I want to work on my currently reading list, whether that be actually reading the books and finishing them, or deciding, I really don't feel like reading this right now, I'll pick it up a different time, and taking it off my currently reading. So that is really all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you read in March. What are your goals for April? How is your overall reading going for the year? So far mine is going great. I couldn't be more excited to already have 20 books on the year. That's just unimaginable for me. Last year I was pushing 20 going into November and ended up with 30 on the year. So far it has been a great year. More than likely, I will be bumping up my Goodreads challenge from 35 books to 50 books, because it's only the 1st of April, so I'm pretty sure I can knock out 35 books in no time. So again, thank you guys for watching. As always, links to everything in the description below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!